Hi, my name is Bill, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the temperature sensor in your stove. The reason why you might have to do this is because your stove is not maintaining the correct temperature. For this repair, we'll be using a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, a 5/16 inch nut driver, and a ratchet with a 3/8 inch socket. Warning: before doing any repairs, please disconnect your power source. For this repair, we'll be using a Whirlpool stove. Keep in mind, ours might be a little bit different than what you've got at home, but the same techniques should still apply. So what we're going to do now is turn the stove around. First thing I'm going to do now is remove this panel. And when you're removing that second screw, just make sure you hold on to the panel so it doesn't fall down. And set it off to the side. Now you're going to have to remove the wires from the plug. Just make sure you keep in mind that you've got your two outer ones and your middle one. And when you put them back on, you're going to do the same thing. It's just the two outer ones. Shouldn't matter which side they go on. Don't be putting the middle one on either of the ends and then the two ends like that. It won't work. So to get these nuts off, I'm going to be using a 3/8 inch socket. And I'll just twist until it's loose. And then I should be able to get them off by hand. So I'll just make sure everyone's loose. And I'll finish taking them off by hand. And make sure you set the nuts off to the side somewhere where you won't lose them, as they're pretty small. Now the last thing we have to do before we can remove this power cord is we're going to use our Phillips head screwdriver to loosen up these two screws here. You don't have to take them out all the way, just loosen them a little bit, and then the clamp will be loose enough for you to pull the wires through. So you can take the leads off and pull it down through. Now we're going to be removing the rest of the screws that are all holding this panel right here in place. So I'm going to start up here. Now when we get to these top screws, we don't have to take them out all the way. We can just loosen them all each a bit. Just make sure you hold on to the bottom of the panel as you're doing so. And once they're all loose, it'll slide right out. So this will be our temperature sensor right here. So we've got a couple of tabs right here that have to be pushed in on each side. So I'll use a flathead screwdriver and push in the tab and pull as I'm doing that in order to loosen it. There we go. Now these are held in. You can either use a 1/4 inch nut driver or a flathead screwdriver for these ones. And I'll just use my flathead again and remove the screws. Once you get the screws out, simply pull it straight out. So if you need to replace your temperature sensor, grab your new OEM replacement sensor. If you don't have one already, you can find one on our online store. We're going to be using the same sensor since nothing's wrong with this one, and showing you how to put it back in now. So now we'll put it back in, line it up with the holes, and screw it back in. And now we're going to plug it back in. So make sure that you've got this angle right here matched up to that shape on the opposite plug. Push it straight in. Make sure it's nice and tight. And now we can put the back panel back on. So now I'm just going to make sure I slide this back up in place and make sure this tab under here goes underneath. And you can push it up and tighten those screws. And now we'll put the rest of our screws back in. Now we'll feed our power cord back through. So just push that up through the space. Put each of the leads on their respective screws. And now we'll tighten the clamp. Okay. You can grab your nuts and screw them back on to those screws there. And we'll do each one hand tight as far as we can go. And once you've got those nuts as tight as you can, grab your ratchet and finish them up. And now we'll put the cover plate back on. There we go. And now we can turn it back around and plug it back in. Finally, don't forget to plug in your appliance. If you need to replace any parts for your appliances, you can find an OEM replacement part on our website, PCApplianceRepair.com. Thanks for watching. And please don't forget to like, comment, and share our video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us make more videos just like these for you to watch for free.